why did I do that for? I had this really great promo to sit there ready to go. I'll do it anyway. Hang on one second.
Yeah, do it anyway.
Welcome to the show. We are the People's Podcast. This is In the Drops. My name is Nathan Krake, and the good news is that my co-host, Rob Zwifty Bane, is back from destroying hire cars and vacationing in castles in sultry Spain. We discuss the world of indoor cycling, riding, racing, and workouts. We share current news and events, as well as share tips and strategies for new and expert riders alike. Our show is live on YouTube every Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. British Summer Time, and Saturday, 6 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. In this week's episode, our guest is YouTuber and TT expert Michael Snowy Pruett. ZRL starts next week. We review what's coming on Zwift, including the new HUD and Zwift racing score. And we also talk about the UCI semi-finals. And don't forget our live quiz at the end of the show, where you can go head-to-head with us and test your Zwifty knowledge. So it's time to get out of the saddle and in the drops, but we already did the intro, so let's just move on.
I'll do it again.
All right, hang on one second. Hey! I've got to get a clap. There we go, belated clap.
Woo!
Hey, Rob, welcome back.
Oh, thanks, Nathan. Oh, it's lovely to be welcomed back, my old friends.
How was Spain? Quickly tell us, very briefly.
It was hot and lovely, and yeah, it was all wonderful.
All the things you expect.
Time.
Yep.
Yeah, it was all great, apart from crashing the high car. But
yeah, what happened there?
That, great. The stupid Catalans had put this thing, like a bit of granite in the middle of the road, and it was market day, and I just crashed into it, but. Yeah, it only cost a couple of grand. No big deal.
I'm so surprised by that. I just said, how did you get away with that? I don't know. But that's it there, isn't it? What a bad design that is.
Yeah, I know. And it was market day, and there was people crossing. This is during siesta time, so it's quiet. When I took the photo afterwards, but there was where the ambulance is parked. There was a delivery van, and it was a bit further this way. So I was having to squeeze past it. The traffic was a lot bigger, and the car was weird. It kept steering itself, and it steered me away from the delivery van into those things as I was fighting with it. I mean, I didn't see him anyway. And then ridiculous design. What is that?
And you just fucked it up.
Well, yeah, it got fucked up.
But I do like very quickly.
Swearing. We're not meant to swear.
Oh, we can swear.
Oh.
I did like your castle that you stayed in.
It was amazing.
That looks massive.
It was a castle. Yeah, it was like this big, rich Catalan family. They don't see themselves as Spanish, by the way. This is where I messed up. But I tried to speak to the people after I crashed the car. My son's doing GCSE Spanish, so we was tell them that tow trucks coming and just stop parking in front of me. And he was telling them, and he's like, they don't understand me, and they're speaking a different language. I was like, what have they been teaching you for the last 3 years? And they speak Catalan. They don't speak Spanish.
Gotcha.
We took him to the wrong area of Spain so he could practice his Spanish. Anyway, so they built this big thing out in the countryside, just used for a couple of weeks a year.
As you do.
Summer.
Just kick around.
Now they've inherited it and so on. Anyway, it was great. Sorry, not all about my whole life.
No,
We've
that's
got
okay.
cornucopia of Zwift information.
There is so much.
We're going to have to speak at 1.5 times rate.
Yep.
To get all the stuff in, I think.
I've already sped up the stream, so that's all good. We've increased the amount of time we've got by 1 hour. Arctic Swifter, Simon, Miguel, Georg, Cookie. I'm just shouting out all. Steph's there. Marky Mark. Oh my God. Vincent. Hey guys. Thank you everyone for joining us.
All the best people are here.
That's right.
All the best people. Wait, Nathan. Can you give me an update? Have we hit 1,000 subs yet?
No. I don't think we have.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. I'm a little bit distressed about it.
Let's not say anything until we hit 1,000. Should we just sit there like this, with our arms crossed, not saying anything until we...
I can do a sub. Would that help? There we go. Little subby sub.
If you have not subscribed, subscribe now. We've put so much work into this bloody podcast. All you have to do is click a little thing.
That's right. Because when we get to 1,000, that's it. We're just calling this quits after that. I just want to get to 1,000. Yeah, we're going to shut it down.
But it will feel like we've
we've achieved something. On. It's only taken a year and a half. It's surprisingly difficult for anyone out there who's wondering. It's really hard.
Can we not just buy some or something like that? Is that what people do?
Yeah, we can do that. But that would be cheating. We don't do that. All right, move on because there's a bucket of stuff. All right, look, I want us to quickly touch on this. Just a couple of things we're going to talk about or shout about because I just kind of feel like that's going to happen. And then we're going to introduce Snowy because I think Snowy's got some opinions and his knowledge and information and experience will be very valuable in trying to help mediate the differing opinions that we might have. And then we'll kick it on from there.
Are we going to argue? I do quite like it when we argue.
I think we just kind of might. And I've actually bought a shouting stick just in case. So only the people with a shouting stick can shout.
I've got mine.
You got mine. Oh no! I was going to do this really good gag where I can just pass it to you, and then you would pick it up, and then you just ruin the whole show.
I'll get one brought to me. I shall summon my child.
I'm going to. That's it. We're just going to.
I said I'd bring it. I'm so disorganized today.
How you going,
buddy? So busy. I've been up since 4 o'clock.
I don't want to hear excuses.
Woe is me.
All right. So kicking on. Okay. So Zwift sent us a press release. No, they didn't. About what's coming up on Zwift. And we got it there. So Zwift Insider, thank you very much. If you don't know, well, you guys all know, ZwiftInsider.com. Go along and, I don't know, comment on his stuff. It really helps him. And so for the fall, in autumn, there's a whole bunch of stuff coming out on Zwift. Now, of the stuff that's coming out, the new HUD dropped this week, and we're going to have a chat about that. There's some new Zwift routes that had been announced but are now available for free riding, so they're there as well. And there's some new little mini challenges going on that Zwift think are a good idea. We're also going to have a chat about the UCI World Championship semi-finals, which are on the moment. Is the men's on the moment, or is that just finished, or is that still going?
No, it's finished.
Finished?
Get your finger on the pulse. Let's talk about the stuff. Come on,
literally just woke up.
Saying what we're going to talk about. Let's talk about it.
So we're talking about that. We've got a couple of different little bits here. I've actually dug out an old Jarvis video from 400 years ago, so we're going to check that out.
Get on with it, Nathan.
But the Zwift Hub, the Zwift Hub update that dropped. You've seen this?
Oh, it hasn't for me actually. I haven't got it. Although I did delay the update last night because I was too late.
You were too late.
So come on, let's see it.
So this is it.
Oh, you've got a video. Oh, you're so well prepared.
Well, I've just got a picture. I do have a video of me doing it, but this is just a nice little talking point. So I don't know who's had this. Put your hand up in the chat if you've got it, if you've been using it. Interestingly, they had a little profile map under the map in the top right-hand corner that's not been included just yet. Apparently, they're still polishing that up. But they've got the little profile in the middle there that we can see, this little picture that pops up. Now, it's interesting because who was it in the chat? Not Mel, it was Jess that pointed out that she was riding around in London and this kept popping up, even though there's no climbing in London as such. Well, not in the CBD. So that kept popping up, which was interesting. And I noticed this on the Rolling Highlands too, where
we don't have a CBD in London.
You do? You don't?
No one calls it that.
Central.
No, of course not.
What do you call it? Well, I don't care, but
city. Okay, the city of London.
Town. No. I noticed this too because this popped up. Even though when you're like in Rolling Highlands, where you're going to go, you come down from the castle, but you take a left towards the bridge, but you could keep going straight up towards the next castle. This popped up even though we weren't going to go on that route, and we're still going downhill. So it's a little bit problematic. The bullshit little connection and the little stat window on the top the left hand corner only has 7 data fields that you can choose.
Only
7. So there's a kilojoules. There's average watts, BPM, your cadence, power.
Don't want that.
And that's yeah.
Oh, power I do want. Fair enough.
Yeah, but that was already there. So man, it's just disappointing. They haven't changed the Zwifters nearby. That's still the same. They haven't changed the leaderboard. That's still the same.
There's not drafting at all.
No.
Why don't they want to tell us?
I don't know. So I'm not angry about it anymore. It's just the way it is now. Like, you want to get excited about this stuff, and then they kind of half do something, and then they half don't do it, and it's kind of there you go, guys. So
yeah, the only thing I wanted was a route profile, and it's not there.
No, yep, which would be great.
Well, it probably won't be, but.
Oh, this is the settings window.
It's coming soon. They don't, for some reason, they can't identify what route you're on.
No,
that seems to be a big problem for them.
Yeah,
we don't know where you're riding. Of course, you know where we're riding, but they must have done something weird at the very start. Like, it doesn't matter. Let's just not. It doesn't matter if we don't know what route.
So on, they're the fields you can choose. You can't. Yeah, you can't opt for anything else. It's what's in that list on the TSS. So I don't know if that's important. Like I've never wanted to know what my TSS while I'm riding is. Afterwards, perhaps, but yeah. But also interestingly, when you do a workout, so things like kilojoules and calories aren't things. So you can't select any of this information in a workout. This is only free riding and racing.
I see.
Yeah. So information that would be useful in a workout, you can't access.
Oh.
So there you go. All right.
And the climbing thing doesn't appear on the climb in the climb portal. Did you say that?
No. And that's another thing.
The climb portal with all the things.
God.
You know, it's pure climb, and the climbing thing isn't there.
Hey, Gerben's there. Hey, DV, Hollie. Hey, Hollie. Arctic Zwifter. Andre.
Oh, I did look. I hope
G'day, guys. G'day. Okay, so we'll no doubt we'll come back and chat about this. So there's new Zwift Routes. What I had? I think I had it listed here somewhere.
Niall nearly qualified. Oh, 2 points off.
Oh. Okay, where are those new routes? Here they are. All right, so here are those routes I talked about. So some of these I think were released as part of the world thing that's going on in Zwift at the moment. So like Power to the Tower, for example, the World Series. So these are all now available to free ride, and I'm only raising this and pointing this out for reasons later on. So I would take notes.
You said Radio Rendezvous was 8 kilometers.
No, I never. Did I? When did I ever say that?
Oh, in the poll you did.
No, I didn't. No. Oh, in the poll too. Oh, that's interesting. We're going to check that out. This is the quiz challenge poll we had on our Discord channel. By the way, our Discord channel link is in the description below. So you can go and join our Discord and you'll get to find out all this information. Okay, so they're the 5 routes that are apparently now available.
Good, yeah, everyone loves new routes.
Everyone loves a good route.
Well done. Stop that.
There's mini challenges. I don't know where. Do you guys see the mini challenges? So like, there's some calorie buster thing where you go do like 5 workouts and you get some sort of challenge. So this is in reference to the 4 challenges, but there's only 3 available in Zwift. One of them being the Tron Everest challenge. So they've got these little mini challenges now.
Oh.
So yep, they are there. And
well, that's good, then.
Sorry. Yep.
That's good then.
Yeah, it's kind of good. This is so the 2 things also we're going to talk about is the Zwift racing score. I don't know how much time we could actually probably devote a whole show, I think, just to talking about the Zwift racing score, which is coming out in October, proper.
Yeah, we'll get Tim on hopefully.
Yeah, that's probably good. But I'm sure we'll argue about it a little bit. Well, yeah, a little bit. But more importantly, this thing. I'm just scrolling down to it now, so you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm looking away. This thing. All right, so they've introduced... Oh,
yeah, this is really good, isn't it?
Is it?
Isn't it?
How is it good? I don't think it's good.
Because once you've got all the kit, then you can still get better.
What, you can still make your bike faster than it is in real world?
Yeah.
How is that even logical? I don't know, that's...
How's a Tron bike logical? It couldn't possibly work. But
that is what it is. And that's locked... What? It is what it is. It's not, the Tron isn't faster, relatively speaking, than real world bikes. I mean, it's the fastest game in bike typically.
It's a video game.
No, I know, but like, then why have anything real? why worry about aerodynamics and why worry about pack dynamics and why worry about all these things if they're going to
feel real-ish.
Yeah,
feel real-ish.
So if I've got
a bit faster, it's not going to be like 10 miles per hour faster. It's just going to be a teeny weeny bit faster. It's not like going to be.
But this is a whole pay to win. Like all bikes will have 5 stages of upgrades.
It's not pay to win.
It is offering enhancements such as weight reductions, improved aerodynamics, and lower rolling resistance.
Yeah, so, like better bikes.
But you can't
get when you get more drops.
But you can't get a better bike than a real world bike. So if I've got the specialized Venge with discs, I can't. But that can't be any better than in real world.
Why not?
How can I? If you've got that bike, how can you make it any better than what it is?
So if I got faster.
But how? In the real world, how do you make it faster?
It's not real world. It's a video game.
But there's so much of it is rooted in actual physics.
Yeah.
Then why don't we just fly around and shoot lasers and have rockets?
What? They're just making it a tiny, tiny bit better.
It's
like
rubbish.
100 grams lighter.
It's rubbish.
What?
I think it's.
Are you seriously against this?
I am seriously against it. I think
How can you be against it? What's wrong with it?
Because it's going past what it is we're all trying to do. Look, fine. Have magical roads.
Are you trying to go faster?
No, but
are you trying to get fitter?
You're trying to get fitter, but in my mind, you can't. The bike you got, the Specialized Venge, for example, you can't. That shouldn't be in game. That shouldn't be faster, typically, than it is in real world. Sure, you got to power up, and everyone gets power ups, and then for 15 seconds, but then the bike goes back to normal. Whereas here, what you're saying is, I'm in a race, and say I've been Zwifting, and I'm at level 100, and my Specialized Venge is kitted out. I'm going to be better than anyone else in the race that hasn't got their bike kitted out, but they're on the same bike.
Can we ask? I feel that either I've gone mad or you have. Can we get some views from the chat?
Yeah.
What?
Am I right, or am I just totally off on a tangent? I do have my shouting stick.
I wish we could do polls.
We can do polls.
Put either R or N if you agree with Rob or.
Hang on, I'm creating a poll right now. Do you agree with Nathan or?
You put yours first.
Yeah. Okay. Nathan, Rob. Am I silly? Am I an idiot? Like, this is stupid.
Yeah, of course you are.
Like, there's so many other things they could focus on and they could do, but they're just not doing it.
Please stop that.
They're not doing it. Speaking of which,
please,
I think we had
stop that.
I think we had
that on the day that the of the D-Day invasion, possibly the largest operation ever to take place in the United Kingdom. There were 4 acts of Parliament passed. We got on with other stuff. You can't just do one thing at a time. It's not like everyone's like concentrating on one thing. Everyone's like huddled in a corner going, right, we're all doing this one thing. There's different people doing different stuff.
Yeah.
So saying they should be doing something else as well instead isn't, it's like, oh, you haven't done the thing that I want. You're like, okay, but it's different people. It's different people doing different things.
Well, anyway. So if everyone can agree with me, we'll keep the show going. If no one agrees with me, then we're just stopping it.
I can't believe you don't like this.
I think it's silly. There's so many other things they could do, and this is not one of them, in my opinion.
Oh, the people have spoken. The People's Podcast. The people have spoken. They've loudly made their voice known.
All right, I'm kicking everyone out of the chat. No one else can be here now. It's just going to be me. I want to be in an echo chamber. All right.
Did you vote for yourself as well?
Say again?
Did you vote for yourself?
No. Should I?
I did.
Did you vote?
Yeah, I voted for you because I didn't want you to feel bad.
Oh, look, that's the one vote I got. 21 votes, and there's only one for me. Everyone can get stuff. Oh, God. All right, very quickly, UCI World Championships have been on, so that has been fantastic. We're going to talk about that. I did want to. Yeah. So you mentioned Thomas.
Thomas Sorensen.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it. I don't know where it is now. Playlist. Looking for playlist.
He's been making a video blog, otherwise known as a vlog,
yes,
of his build up to the World Championships. So
yes,
you know, he's really took it seriously. He's, you know, wearing the colours of his you know, his great nation, and yeah, he's done himself proud, I think. And he's released a couple of little. He hasn't released a couple of videos. I don't think he's shared secretly with them with me, so we can show them. I think
he shared secretly. So let me play it on here.
Testing the routes tonight.
I can't hear them at all.
Oh, now it's too soft.
I'm sorry.
In a
Is that any better?
National jersey. So,
yeah.
It's going to be kind of fun.
Rightly proud.
Yeah, he's quite chuffed, isn't he?
Some of the other guys from the team are having a bit of trouble getting the game to work. It's been kind of an issue for a long time, and they're constantly sending out new updates to the game. So we're hoping everything will be fine on Friday, but it's a bit touch and go right now. But look at that jersey, man. Who would have thought?
You know, when you get to certain ages, and then, you know, like by the time I got to 14, I knew I was never going to be a professional footballer.
Yep.
You know, I'm never going to be a professional cricketer, and you know, I'm never going to, you know, run a massive successful company when I'm 40, and, you know, all these sort of things. And then, I'm never ever going to represent my country in anything. I've just, you know, but, you know, Thomas has done it. He's represented his country at, you know, represented, you know,
at the highest level. You
know, at the highest level in a recognised sport. Isn't that cool?
It's fantastic. Thomas is awesome, and he comes out with some great one-liners too. So thank you, Thomas. It's always a wonderful thing chatting with you in Discord.
And Hollie was there, and Niall was there.
Yep. And Jill was there. Snowy's
Jill,
wife.
Yeah.
Yep. Everyone was absolutely doing a stellar effort. It was incredible and amazing. And I was trying to watch a little bit of it whilst I was prepping for the show, but I'm going to go back and watch a bit more of it as we go. Did I noticed this as well? So whilst I was looking at
the feather
I'll turn this down.
is lightweight, so if you're climbing, it gives you an opportunity.
So this is from someone who I can't remember now. This is Jarvis Island back 9 years ago. So just talking about the whole 10 years of celebrating a decade of Zwift. This is what it looked like back in the day. When did you join Zwift, Rob?
Oh, it's about 3 years ago.
Yep.
Maybe 3.5, yeah.
Now, what I noticed, and I'm hoping this comes up relatively quickly.
I never saw Jarvis Island. Did you?
Yep. No.
You saw it?
No, I never read it. No, never read it. No, never read it. No, I never got a chance to ride in it. But what I did notice, if this this bloody well will speed up, is... Yeah, keep going. I was trying to there we go. See the bot that went past?
Oh, was there a bot?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And there was more of them too, which I thought was interesting to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the HUD being changed and updated, there we go. There's a bot.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, it's you know, we can have a crack at other platforms for having bots and whether we think it's a good thing or a bad thing, but there's Zwift having bots. So, but yeah, that was Jarvis Island. A lot of it still feels very similar and familiar to what we've got now. And it's been a while since there's been a HUD.
In a way, some of it is actually better than my Whoosh looks.
You think so?
What do you think?
I think my Whoosh has got a pretty good...
like the dry. It's hard to tell because the bad bit with my Whoosh is when they're in the park and they're all like, I don't know.
Yeah, I did notice that I did notice in my Whoosh, I was watching some of the races, the pack really gets tight together. Like it's almost like three people to see the individual riders. So
Yeah, there were 3 guys in a breakaway on one of the race, and they actually merged into one racer.
Yeah,
like you can.
Yeah,
just pick it over on 3 on top of each other.
Yep. But I was watching the ladies, and at the start of that climb, the riders actually kind of did look like how they would look, I think, in the real world too. And they were climbing.
Yeah, there's moments where it looks far better.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. And then there's other moments where it goes, oh,
going around corners and stuff like that in the line.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks really good.
Yeah,
but some bits look rubbish.
Yep. So, no, I can't believe how Zwift has changed over the years, Ryan. That's right. I'm just sorry, I'm just reading through some of the comments there, but my wish has a strange ride feeling. Yeah, Georg, I haven't had a chance to ride it since the 3.8.1 update came out yet, so I want to go and hopefully get some time today and check it out and see what it's like. But so they're the topics for today. We're going to maybe dig back into those, but we're going to get Snowy on. Just 1 second while I find
Snowy!
My intro. Do I have an intro? Oh,
yeah, you've got an intro. Let's get ready.
Where'd it go? Hang on, shush. I can't find it now.
You'll find it. Don't worry.
I'm panicking now.
I can gabble over the top whilst you go and look for it.
Where'd it go?
I can talk about it a bit
more.
You
can talk about a lot of things.
Secretly, I've actually not been charged for the hire car crash.
Oh,
and normally I'm like the most honest man in the world. Like if I get undercharged in a restaurant, I'll go back and pay the next day, kind of thing.
Oh my god!
But I'm not going to point out the. I nearly did that in Spain because I had a thing come up saying that my payment had been declined.
Yeah,
and I didn't see another one coming through, and but it was actually from days ago, and I was like, "Oh, we've got to go back. We've got to go back and pay for this meal." My wife was like, "Okay, we can do it tomorrow if it really hasn't come through." But yeah, €2,000 for the hire car crash. I'm not
€2,000, man.
Yeah, that's what it looked like it was going to be.
That's
at least
that's an expensive holiday.
Yeah, but they haven't charged it. Thankfully.
Right. Yep.
Oh, okay. We're ready. No. Oh, we're going to get Snowy Pruett on.
Yeah. Let's do. We'll do the intro. Hang on 1 second. Did I do it? Oh no, I messed it up. I'll do it again because I really did. God, I've been doing so well with the show. There we go. No, that's not it. That's the title. Oh no. Ah, bugger it. What's this, Snowy on? All right, Snowy, you're in. Hey, Snowy.
Please share that with me afterwards, at least.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it going. Thanks later, man. You've had a busy old day.
Yep, it's been an interesting one. But I haven't got on the bike, so sad.
Yep. So how did quickly give us an update on how Jill went? Was she nervous?
Yeah, she very nervous. I think she was the captain of the SA ladies team. So she was nervous. She was dealing with a lot of nervous girls on the team and had a busy day as well. So she did great. It was crazy hard. I think as expected, and we saw Hollie out there. And
well done,
had
Hollie.
a good laugh. But well done, Hollie.
So
that first race, just the sprint was 2 kilometers long, and
wow,
I think it blew up a lot of people.
Because that was sprint. That sprint was straight out of the gate, wasn't it?
Yeah, it just didn't ease up till the points.
Yeah. So it just went
anyone
hard.
who wasn't going to make it on the climb had to go for it, and then if you go in for the climb, then you have to go for it just to be in the mix.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's
So how was all the setup and all the administration and all the weigh-ins and all that sort of stuff? Was there all that kind of thing okay?
Yeah, there was. I mean, fairly last minute calls yesterday with Marwish just explaining everything. With the weigh-in, it's the same procedure for the Sunday race club, so we've done that a few times.
Yep. So I just got the start of the women's race on the screen there.
Yeah, so it wasn't too tricky to join. Fairly seamless, really. Join event. It moved you from one event, which ended, and then you had 5 minutes before the next event to join that. There was a Zoom call going on at the same time, which everyone had to do a video. So there was a bit of prep, but I think we were fairly well organized.
Yeah, okay. So,
and how did you meet Jill? Were you was it cycling that brought you together, or
No, sadly not. Yeah, we just well, it would have been cool if it was that. I'm glad I met her, but yeah, we were just out and about.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
And
okay.
So, what is your history in cycling?
So I mean, if you go onto a pro cycling stats website or something like that, you won't find me. Just
set that already.
Yeah, just go there and just a recreational cyclist, really. There's a fondo that takes place annually, has been for the last 20 odd years in Joburg, where I'm from. So I think we did a bit of that from about 12 years old.
Okay.
Close on 100 kilometers. Started that with my dad, but it was really just the odd ride here and there until well after school. So I was more of a traditional sportsman. Athletics was probably my strong point. So that's where the punch comes from. And then, played rugby, cricket. I think
I've said this to the last after that we had on. I was like, whenever you speak to a South African, they're like, oh, yeah, I do a bit of swimming, bit of athletics. Obviously, I played hockey, basketball, cricket
rugby,
in the summer, football in the winter, rugby. How did you find time to do anything?
Yeah, I think we've got good weather here, so you can just spend every afternoon doing something else.
When you're not being chased by lions or tigers, hey? Sorry, I keep saying that to my wife. She goes, "There's no lions." Well, there's lions in the park, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, we've had 3 South Africans on, haven't we? At least.
Yeah.
South Africa.
Yeah, I think there were some elephants that escaped from one of the parks the other day. We always have something exciting to watch for.
Is that a sport? Elephant escaping from elephants. I do a bit of elephant escaping at the weekend. Run away from elephants every now and then.
Just down the street, there's an elephant.
So we primarily got you on. Obviously, you're a great guy, but you've done something because it's TTT week in ZRL. Started off with the TTT on the least exciting route, and you've done. I had a look at your profile. You've done something like 250. That's where I made it.
TTTs.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just plays it down.
250 something.
Oh wow! Oh, sorry if I missed a few off.
No, I'm not too sure. I don't think it's 260 yet, but it's closer to that. I don't really follow or try to get that number as high as possible. I just enjoy doing that weekly. I think my first TT was number 54 or something like that. So when was that? Just COVID, really, when everyone got on and started doing time trials.
So you must be doing more than one a week, are you? I suppose with ZRL and...
Well, yeah, I mean, that doesn't count the ZRL TT. So, if you include those, it's an awful lot.
Wow.
So
what is it about?
I sometimes do a morning ride and then one in the evening if I'm brave, 2 in the evening.
What is it about TTTs you like so much?
Yeah, I enjoy the build-up. I enjoy looking after the team, putting a plan together. It's generally the same guys, definitely in my beast team, that I'll ride with week in, week out. So you get to know the guys, something to look forward to. It's like meeting your mates for beers.
Yeah, okay.
I think the ride you got on last night, that's with a local club, Cape Multisport. And, there I was just riding to help, teach TT and give some tips to one of the low, I think we were Latte, but one of the low end teams, and just, try and give some of the tips like I guess you want me to do.
Yeah. So what would you say are the main tips for new teams? Like if you're brand new or you've done Zwift races, but you've not done TTTs, what would you say are the basics to get right?
Yeah, I think it's trying to do as little as you can if you're not on the front. So you don't want to be fighting for that second wheel or pushing people out of the draft. It just compounds the difficulty. You want one person pushing the pace and making the pace, and the others just trying to conserve. So yeah, that's probably a get your comms right. You want to be on a Discord. I'd recommend. I've never used anything else, but a solid voice comms.
Yeah, there was a team in front of us last night, and he's sometime in our chat. Mark Baker, if you're listening, Mark Baker, what the hell was going on? It looked like they were communicating only via text. They were like sending messages to each other. You know, like, I'm on to 140, just through the messages on the game.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. You hope it's just a fail safe that they've reversed.
Yeah,
it was really annoying though, having all their things come up in front of us. Mark Baker, sort it out.
But so the practice though, because I find the biggest issue, especially for newer teams, is knowing how to feathering the power so you don't surge between the different rides and push people out of the draft. What's a good way that people can sort of help finesse that, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of coming down to practicing. Every week you will improve. Finessing the power is very much is the key, and that's practice. But it's avoid surging. If you're going to close a gap, rather do it. I mean, you want to get that gap closed as soon as you can and back into the draft.
Yep.
But don't sprint and then just make it someone else's problem. You got to do it. Talk to each other. Say, I'm going to close it, and that person skips their next turn because they've just done an extra turn.
Yeah.
So it's just being
Would
flexible.
you say for a new team to go for a line or to go for a sort of bunch in behind one or two?
Yeah, I'd string it out as much as you can. It's maybe not easy, but there's no benefit to bunching up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you say that. I love the line.
Yeah, and it looks so good.
Yeah. So is there I've always wondered about that. Like, how far can you stretch that line out, do you think, before it becomes useless? Like, should riders try to be sitting on the wheel, or can they afford to have a bit of a gap?
I mean, we'll run source on top of our Zwift, and there you can see, the benefit of the draft. Up 5-6 meters, you still got, just as good a draft.
Yep.
So I'd say 2-3 meters in front of you, 2-3 meters behind you, and just try and maintain that. It leaves a little bit of the accordion effect in between.
Yeah, okay.
So it's going to stretch and give back. But, you don't want to be sitting on that last limit of what's good draft. But a good line. And, leaving space in front of you or behind lets, the rider come back in if they're pushed out.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Andy. So when you see these riders bunching up in front of you, you might think, oh, that's their problem. They need to sort it out. But this guy in front of you needs to pull back, doesn't he, to give them space to fall into. Or the front rider needs to go even harder for them to have
stretch it out.
They literally can't come in if there's not enough space between the first and last rider.
Exactly.
Someone needs to create that space for them to come in.
Yeah, if that front four was 2-3 meters between them in a straight line, I wouldn't be in closing a gap there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they're creating problems by all bunching behind you as well.
Yeah, and it's guys not, and we say follow your pull order. So 2 follows 1, 3 follows 2.
Yep.
So, and if you're not doing that, you don't know who you meant to follow. So this was very much a lessons learned time trial last night, and I think by the end we were in a much better formation. But
so you're doing Northumberland now, which is sort of similar to the Aqueduct.
Yep.
Any tips for this, for different levels of achievement?
Yes, I think you're always going to make time up on the punchy stuff, the climbs. You want to be doing above your normal, FTP, I'd say. So you got to punch up here, but get over as quickly as you can, and then get back into rhythm. I think it's mostly about taking speed over the horizon, and then getting straight back onto your full pace.
So is it?
What about leading up into it? Do you try and prepare for it by, I don't know, putting giving weaker riders, trying to ensure weaker riders aren't pulling just before it or something like that?
Yeah. For something like Northumberland, I mean, it's the same lead-in for most London TTs. You kind of know it's 4 minutes into the start of that, so you know who should be on the front at which point, and you want to be resting, a weaker rider going into that, or less punchy rider. It's not always about who's strong and who can do the most watts. It's someone that can punch will get over that easier than a bigger FTP rider. So
and so on those little punchy bits where it's about 300 or 400 meters or 300 meters, what should a team be sort of just riding up, grouping up, and then reforming again at the top, or should they try and maintain the chain as they go up? What's the better way of doing it?
Yeah, I think there you'll group up a bit more. Generally, we'll still keep a line there. I just think getting out of like the colder saddle springs will definitely be someone on the front, and it tends to stay in a line in a strong team. So. The bunch doesn't really benefit, and then to bunch it up, you're going to be doing more at the back than the rider in front of you to get around them. So it tends to stay in a long line, but no harm in bunching up a bit.
I think more for the sort of medium to advanced teams. I've never really known, especially since the new draft dynamics come in. I haven't actually done that many since the 4.1. What do you think the best way to manage a changeover is?
So I think it depends on the level of the team, but there's really no sticky draft anymore, I'd say. So you can the rider finishing their pull just must back off, and if you do a certain level of watts, you might get in the way, but 50-60%. You're going
so let's say for a team who's looking to win a B-level Division 1 thing, so
there's
they're
only
up
one
there,
team that does that
though. Who are we talking? Is it Hellhounds?
Hellhounds.
Okay, there's more than one B division though. So that kind of team, if you're looking to try and win, and you're not against the Hellhounds, then in ZRL, what is it? So do you back off to? I tell people to back off. I think maybe like a bit too much, down to like 1 watt per kilogram. Just drop and then sprint at the back. But I'm not sure that's the
way to do it.
For the front person to push through. Or
and also, if you're dropping off on a bunched up group, you're at the back within a second. If it's strung out, you've got 4 or 5 seconds where you really get a good recovery in before you hit the back. So that's another advantage to the long line. We'll normally 5 seconds before pull get onto pull watts and work your way through. So and the guy on the front just eases off.
Just rolls off.
Stops pulling. Just rolls off.
I think that a lot of people do get gaps forming around that sort of time, and it's not necessarily 1 to 2. I think it's like because you feel like nothing's really, if you're not on the front, it feels like nothing's really changing, but then all of a sudden things get a bit awry behind because you are getting a different level of draft, aren't you? And there's there's stuff going on, and so do you try and minimize changeovers? Do you or is it just about being cognizant of the fact that if you've got one less rider in front of you, you will need to go harder as well, even if you're not on the front? Is it that kind of thing?
Yeah, each position, say from 4th wheel up, has less and less draft. So, that transition from 2nd to 1st, the rider in 3rd needs to, bump up their power as well. And same 4 to 3, but just less so. So everyone's got to know the changeover's coming and work towards it. Another thing is if there is a gap that happens in that process, the rider falling back should be made aware and they jump into that gap. Just to give some more draft to the person trying to close the gap.
I tell you what, that is why I shout the most. I know I shouldn't, but I just say to people, the gap in front of you, you just need to tell us about the gap. Just tell us And then people are like, "Oh, I'm half a mile behind." Like, why didn't you bloody tell us? No, we're gonna wait. If you told us,
we're gonna
20 meters, we could have done something about it.
Got a couple of questions for Snowy before we kick on. Hollie wants to know dirt or CMC?
Dirt.
Dirt. Dave asks, in your opinion, 30-second or 1 minute pulls?
Yeah, so I think that comes to the plan, who you've got in the team. If it's a WTRL Thursday TT, you will typically, unless you Doppio, be in a team where there are 3 riders from a category higher and 5 from the one below, or up to 3. So like 3 A's, 5 B's, and Frappe. The A's should be stronger, so they might do a longer pull than the B's, for example. So it depends.
So it's longer rather than harder, assumedly. Yeah.
Well, no, I think it's as hard as you can to not blow up the riders in the group. So
so you're not trying to keep a steady speed. Are you trying to keep steady?
Yeah, we work off a steady speed.
So do you target an average speed
target? Yeah.
Yeah. So you target an average speed for the race?
Yeah, a flat speed effectively, and then we might have a watts per kilogram target on a climb.
Right. Okay. And Thomas wants to know, what do you eat or drink to become this awesome?
Everything. Elephants.
Elephants.
I did one of my first TTs with Thomas.
Oh, did you?
He'd have to remind me of the name of the team. But it was back when Thomas was doing posters every week.
Right.
Oh, it might be a different Thomas. Is it? No, it's Thomas Ervig. Oh, sorry. Hi, Thomas.
It was Dirty Afternoon Delight, maybe, or it was one of those dirt teams. So.
Yeah, he says that Dirty Afternoon Delights.
That's where it comes from. There we go.
Awesome. Hey, so while we're here, though, I do want to ask, you've seen the new HUD. I can see it on the screen that you're writing there. What do you think of the new HUD layout?
Yeah, so that was my first viewing of it yesterday. Look, it's better than it was, but it hasn't really changed too much. I think cleaner colors. You saw on your Jarvis screen, it still had the same
that bluey
top left one. Yeah. So at least that's evolved once in 10 years.
Yep.
The choice of your 4 options there on the left, I don't know. I mean, there's 3 maybe useful ones and 4 useless ones to choose.
Yeah.
I can't think of it. I can't think of one that I'd like in the 4th.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I can think of lots that I'd like to see there, but none that are available.
Yeah, none that are available. Yeah. Okay, so what would be your top option there? So if you could choose from a whole bunch of different fields like you can in Source, what would you put?
Yeah, your W prime. Balance. Yeah.
Yep.
Weebles.
Yeah, Weeble. Yep.
Yeah, and they should have it better than Source has it, because the Source ones are sort of useless.
Yeah, that's true.
Completely made up number, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, some of them are.
More or less. It helps.
Yeah, so I think it's great. The climb graphic is cool, but there's still
underwhelming.
The full route profile. It's. I mean, and that's probably was the highlight of the big drop of what's coming this summer.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. And what do you think about what we were arguing about earlier on? Should there be upgrades to bikes that exist? Help me out here. Jump on my side.
I'll do one vote. I think there's probably somewhere in between, but unless you are, real life bike and you may be losing 50 grams here or there with your upgrades, I don't see why you should. I don't know how it works though, to be fair.
Yeah, I guess, we need to wait until they tell us how it's going to work.
It needs to be really
very diplomatic. We don't want Nathan crying.
No, it needs to be just minor changes between the bikes. Eric's going to lose his nut trying to test all the different iterations.
He's not going to. His charts are going to have to be 7-dimensional or something, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hey, just because I disagree with you.
No, I don't know what happened just then. It just dropped out for a second. Thank you, IBS.
One more thing on TTT.
Yes.
Any specific comments on the course? There is that. So we've got Douce, France. Starts with the rollers, which I always find, you really don't want to drop someone there, especially if you're a new team. But is there anything specific about that new course? About not that new course,
look,
but very old course.
It's short. Every TT course has its intricacies. I think the shorter it is, the more precise you got to be. You can't give up. It could be 1 or 2 seconds between the teams. Those first, then test times backwards. I mean, there are quite noticeable climbs and effort. So you can have someone sitting on the front, really driving one. You get a little micro recovery on the way down, and you can push the next. So take that speed through the dips all the way to the top, and then try and just group. I mean, you're not going to be trying to get a pace line through there. It's just one guy hammering it, and
pulling it,
and the rest just trying to hang on.
Yep.
So would you say generally, would you just say, right, I'll lead us through this or something like that?
Yeah, we probably just stick to our pull order there. I mean, at the start of the ride, on a ZRL team, we're all fairly equal. So it doesn't really matter who's doing it.
Yeah, okay.
Right, but just one guy, and then trying to keep an eye on people, losing the draft or what? I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. Eyes on the back. But talk from the back. Just, make it known if you lost. But you shouldn't lose anyone. The guy on the front is hitting all the wind. So he's the one at risk, and you know where he is. So. And then it's windy, but there's definitely no risk of having steering on a ZRL race, at least.
Yep.
Yeah. Thursday you might have a few people with play controllers, which is
do you think,
interesting.
Do you think they should enable or be able to enable steering on these things, or
no?
No.
No, and you should be able to. I mean, if I was to ask Zwift for one thing, it would be to switch off steering if you have the controllers, just for the TTs and for ladder races.
Yep.
It just messes things up.
Okay.
But you want them for the virtual gears and the ability to move around, hit your power up button. So Tuesday racing ZRL with it off is great because you get the full functionality without the steering.
Okay, interesting.
Oh, are you playing the most popular ZRL recon video?
I am. I was just bringing it up.
Is that the number one recon video?
The number one
of ZRL.
The official, where you talk about croissants and bubbles.
Yeah, it was a lot. A great recon, though.
It's still the best. Well, it's the number one now that the other number one no longer does.
Well, Sai dropped in, so shout out to Sai. But the baton's been handed across.
The crowd, I say.
Final question before we move on, Snowy. So your TTT calculator, there's a link to that in the description of the video below. Do you guys use that, or is that something that other teams you think could benefit from?
Yeah, so I wanted to give a shout out to Go for Dave, who's another solid contributor to Dirt and wider community. I think I don't know if there's a link to the Zwift Insider article where it's explained, but so we put I put a lot of time into the planning, which is a pull order, target watts, target speed, and knowing that if there's a rider there that shouldn't do any pulls, comes out of the calculator. So what Gopher developed is just a very simple to use, very intelligent calculator on the back end, and I think from a variety of sources, putting in the riders, it pulls from your Zwift ID all the riders' data into the calculator, and then it will spit out a pull order.
I didn't look at it because I thought it was the old Excel spreadsheet link that I didn't.
Okay.
Like.
No,
this
is Excel might have been my one, but this is on steroids.
This is proper. Like I use this for our team for next Tuesday, and it's giving us the order and the amount of time. So it tells you how much time each rider is going to be on the front and what we're going to target.
Tell you what, I tell you what, I sort of don't like is that I rest better than most people. So I can fit. Last night I did a TTT and I did, maybe double the pulls that another rider did, but my watts per kilogram was still the same or something like that, because when I rest far better than he does.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way. Is there a way of taking account for that?
So there are probably a couple factors there. You are, I imagine, not the average height that used in some speeds. So
I'm about as average as you come.
I think it works off. Well, anyway, 1 centimeter is worth a watt, basically. So every centimeter shorter, you are more efficient than the standard, speed test.
Oh, you think I'm short? Is that what you're saying? I'm not a giant like you, but I'm not short.
Yeah, I'm used to the beasts who are all 6'4" and 100 kilograms. And,
Rob, how tall are you again?
5'10".
Okay. And how tall are you, Snowy?
6 foot. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we have guys that are say 194 centimeters, and they're just going to hit the wind more than others. So the same watts, same weight, they're slower, unfortunately, and you feel it more on the TT. So they got to be stronger.
But I mean, there is a genuine thing that I'm also punchier. So
no, so I'm not arguing. You are a seasoned Zwift rider, so you will be more efficient in the draft. I wouldn't make our team just with my watts numbers.
You wouldn't adjust for that.
No, I wouldn't be in the team if it wasn't for my ability to draft.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
So there's a factor there where some people are definitely better at feathering, in the pack than
others, being more efficient. Well, Rob, I know that you can.
So you can't go purely AI here. You got to have a
little bit of control over it.
Employed still. Yeah.
Still a human element. Yeah.
But Rob, in that calculator though, just for anyone who's watching, you can adjust manually a lot of those settings. So you can go, okay, well, Rob does a better turn, so we can make that 45 seconds or a minute, whatever you want, and then give everyone else a chance. 2 minutes, solid all the way through.
Yeah, I'm pushing through, man.
Yep. So, but definitely, it was really helpful. So if anyone is doing TTTs, or you've got a team that is going to be doing the TTT, jump in, have a look at that. The link's in the description below. Put your details in, and it will do it automatically for you. You can specify the speed that you want to target, and then it will adjust the order of the riders and how long they'll be on the front. So it's actually really impressive.
I'm really looking forward to the TTT now. I feel all prepped and ready, and boom, we're going to smash it. Bring on the hellhounds.
Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna shift gears.
Sorry. Can I cheat?
Yes, hurry up.
I need some more racers for my B team on 7:30. Come on, be captain with me. I promise not to shout at you. I won't get angry. I know I do occasionally.
So you're asking Snowy to join your team?
No, he's too good. Anyone else?
Anyone else?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm looking for a team or not at the moment.
Come join our team.
All right. Just broken my collarbone. I don't know if I can make my own team. So
we mentioned your collarbone.
No, I am going to mention it because we've got really quickly 2 Rate My Rides coming up. They're both very, very short, and one of them is Snowy's too. So we're going to talk about that in a second. But first, I want to do this. Can I do that? I can do that. All right, that was annoying. I've got to change that.
Oh, okay, that's a great transition.
So we've got
that's the best one.
We've got Jonathan Hulse. So from
I'm sorry, I haven't had time to watch this in advance.
Yep. So this we're gonna critique this. I'm getting there. He's doing the Rolling Highlands. This is stage 1 of the Pinarello Power Z Racing Series this month. He's in D grade, so he kicks out. And there's a small group of D grade riders here. So we can see here that he's doing a fantastic job sitting in the draft quite nicely.
It's too far forward.
Well, there's a small group though, so he doesn't have a lot of options. But he's drafting
on that bit. It's minus 2%.
He's drafting where he can, that's for sure. And he's being as efficient as possible.
He's got one person in front of him. That's the key thing. You've got to have one person in front of you. So
he does a good job.
Feel free to chip in. Oh yeah, he's making a push when it's a bit steeper. That's the place to make a push.
Holding everyone accountable.
A bit more there. Yeah.
But he's I think he's doing all right with staying there, keeping in touch with the front, making sure that no one else is getting away.
You were going to be the mean one, and I was going to be the nice one. But
you can be the mean one if you want. Do you want me to be the mean one? No, we're both being really awesome because this is great. We're celebrating the really good efforts.
I thought that's no fun if we give everyone A. Oh wow, that's a good push though.
So he does a bit of a punch there.
Bloody hell, he's really going for it. Isn't he?
Yeah, he really puts him to the sword on that one. And we jump forward here a little bit to that castle, that 360 loop.
Catch.
And no, he really punches here as well. And he opens up this gap. So this is where it all starts. This is the breakaway. Oh, no, the breakaway? No. He puts the power to it. They do get back on smartly, I think, because he's still got half the race to go. And I don't think you want to be at the front for the entire rest of the race. So smartly, he does allow the other riders to get back on. Oh, man, it's a long ask, especially in D category.
I broke away 16 kilometers to go on this one. Come on.
Yeah, but you're incredible, though. And everyone knows it.
Well, it depends what your strengths are, doesn't it? Okay, well, they keep getting back on, though, don't they? But I suppose he's wearing them down, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's wearing them down.
Yeah. And he's using the draft to the best of his ability to keep it as efficient as possible because I think he's got some big plans later on. I think he's just testing the waters here and seeing who wants to go with him and who doesn't.
Well, I mean, at this point, I'd be going, well, I've got him in the sprint. I'm leaving him for dead in the sprint. So there's no point in trying to break away, I think.
All right, so we skip forward. We're about 2Ks away from the end. So we're coming up to the castle again with the 360. And this is where he dumped it. Puts it all in. He knows that no one's going to chase him. No one's going to come and join him.
He's feather.
Yeah, he does this really well.
Yeah, he's all in. And he splits them up. Yeah. So they haven't even got a chance of chasing him, really, because they haven't got any draft.
Everyone is properly cooked. He's tied the legs out. He's gone for the long breakaway. He's coming up to that last climb, that last segment, up to the banner. And you can feel it. He's got it in the bag already. He already knows. He's already shouting. Hands are in the air.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, good one that was. So thank you, Jonathan, for sending that through. If anyone else has got a ride they want us to rate, and drop it into the Discord, and we'll check it out. But this one, though,
you have to give it a rate. You have to rate it.
Oh, sorry.
Rate my ride. You have to give it a rating, don't you? Come on.
What did you want to rate it? I'm giving that one an A. That was a solid effort.
Bloody hell, man! You've given everything an A. What's the point? When's the last time you didn't give one an A?
Oh, like before, like a B or a C, I think. Might be one of your rides. What would you give it?
Man, you're making me the meanie. You cannot give more than 1A a month.
Okay.
That's a new rule. 1A a month.
Quickly tell us what you're rating it.
I think it was clearly better than everyone else. So I think he should have made it more exciting by going for a long breakaway. He had
steering. No one else had steering there, so he could have done something exciting with it.
Yeah, he had the beat on the first lap. If you're that good, if you're that much better than them, you need to win it as soon as you can. Go for a long breakaway, make it more exciting for yourself and more challenging. That's. I tell you what, I'm going to go for B minus. There you go.
B minus. Okay.
If you're that much better than them, you need to go earlier.
Snowy, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. There was a small field. He looks strong even at 10 times speed.
Yep.
Could have done more.
So what would you give it out of?
Wants to go long when you've only got 5 or 6 people in your group anyway.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
No, you can't. He won, so you can't go too far down. But yeah.
So what would you give it? An A or B or a C?
Yeah, B.
B? Okay. All right. Then we've got your race. Now, I was super impressed when I saw you posted this and I had a look at it. And then I saw that you've got a broken collarbone. And you're riding one-handed. This is incredible. What happened to your collarbone, by the way?
Yeah, so I should stick to indoor riding.
Did you come off the bike?
Yeah, Jill and I were having some leave with the family, school holidays, and Jill and I dropped the kids off with my old man who lives down on the coast. Went for a nice ride, trying to get her fit in the lead up to the UCI. She'd been sick for a little bit, so she needed some time on the bike. And yeah, I was feeling strong, but came off, and it's been 2 weeks.
And how's the healing?
I got back on the bike on Monday for the first time, so it was a long 7 or 8 days, if you know my indoor cycling routine. It's fine like that. I got a new sling this week. It's it doesn't move, and as soon as it moves, it's painful. But I think I can't put any power through the upper torso really. So I used one arm. I think it was just to balance me from when I tried to stand up. But so it's not too painful, but it is when I put any weights on it or through it.
Oh, so you couldn't even hold it really to put power through. It was just a balance, really.
Yeah.
But I've got to say,
but we'll work on it. I mean, 2 weeks in, and it's not as devastating as I thought. I thought I'd be doing zone 1 for 6 weeks. Tried that on the first day, and it's really sore because you can't get off the saddle. You can't, to relieve that pressure
in the legs.
I can spend a long time on an indoor trainer.
Oh, you got 100 on this race. You hit level 100 just then. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
so it's fresh. And I gave out a few of those 2XPs to a few
confetti.
Oh, nice.
confetti ride-ons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, nice one. I don't know if I've got one yet. I must check.
I've got to say, this is
you
impressive.
Get a badge for that, I think.
Your seated power here, going up that climb as well. How did that feel?
Yeah, I think it's timing going into it. So knowing where to put the power down. It's not that long a climb, but it got long. My heart rate on this race was way higher than I'd normally be racing at, and I don't know if that's just because I came back from the coast or I'm on pain meds or what, but my heart rate normally sits really low. And
I can't quite see.
So I was hurting.
151 or is that?
Yeah, I think that. I think I averaged 155, which if I'm in the 160s, I'm in a tremendous amount of pain.
So you're one of these riders that can just put in big efforts and keep a low average heart rate.
Yeah, fairly. I mean, my max is maybe 170, and that's a big sprint.
Okay. Yep.
But
it's about the same as mine.
Yep. That's incredible. And so when I saw this, I thought, oh my God, that's going to be difficult. And so I'm watching through to the end, and I'm just sort of in my mind thinking, he's just probably going to drop off at some point and think, well, I'm putting an effort in, but I'm not really going to contest this. But you were right in the mix right up until the end here.
Yeah, so this was before that TT ride you saw. So I knew I was going into a slow team, and I thought I'd at least get my legs.
Or just a bit of a workout.
and this was my first race, since I broke the collarbone. So I had no real expectations. I jumped in not expecting 100+ people, and then I saw some of the names in the group, and there's some top B riders there. So I was just happy to stay in the lead group. I surprised myself, and I think this was at the end. I used the feather, the spiral, because I didn't think I'd, manage through there, and regretted it because I think people were saving it for this final push.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but you
just didn't have my usual what.
That's phenomenal. I was going to say that was just impressive. I was amazed by that. Rob, what if you had to rate that ride then, given the fact that he was riding one-handed? What would you give him?
Man, I haven't given an A this month, but I want to be harsh as possible, but it was pretty brilliant, and there was like 110 in there. Okay, you should have saved your feather for the finish. B, there you go. Okay, this is bloody hard though. Darren rides with one hand all the time.
Yeah, Darren is in the chat there. It was a fantastic film. I think the thing we missed though, very quickly, and I'm going to call it up while we're talking about it, is that you were standing up as well, which was
right at the end. Yeah, I gave it a go.
There we go. Just there.
Yeah, couldn't put power through the.
And so for that reason,
through the shoulders. So
yeah, there we go.
Sorry,
Standing up,
I am sorry.
one-handed.
I'm saving my A's.
Yeah. So you don't want to give him an A? Can I give him an A, or I'm not allowed to give him an A?
Oh, you always give A's, so it's completely irrelevant.
I'm giving you an A, but not an A plus.
It doesn't mean anything. If you give everyone A's, no one's impressed.
Yeah, but still, it was worthwhile. It was worthwhile. It was a good effort. Well done.
Send us one in that Nathan can't give an A to. Let's see an F grade. I want to give my first F.
Yep, that's it. We'll have someone come in so we can just slate them just for that reason.
No good rides next week. I want to see bad rides next week.
I can do one of those easy. I'm really good at doing bad rides.
I don't want to slate your teammates, but did one of them not realize that if you gave up on the TTT, you didn't get any points or something? What
was that?
In ZRL last year, didn't one of your teammates just leave just because he was too tired, and that meant you got 0 points because he was the fourth rider or something?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, he just went, I'm over this, and just left. So what do you do? You're in C2. We're not talking sheep stations here, so what can you do? But excellent, awesome. That's great, brilliant. So, quickly, I'm just going back over the list there. We talked about that. Oh, no, we talked about everything. That's cool. Talked about the bikes. Z Racing Score. Very quickly, Z Racing Score. What do we think about that? Snowy?
Yeah, I'd like to see it fully in. So is it Z Racing Score or Zwift Racing Score? I mean.
Oh, sorry, Zwift Racing Score.
Let's not confuse the Zwift Racing app. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the right term, but yeah, I haven't used it enough to really judge. Mine took a plummet recently, but yeah, I'd like to see it being used as the mainstream. It's a bit of a pity ZRL's not using it, and our favorite racing series isn't running. So
Dirt.
Yeah, we with A to D, and yeah, there's some massive gaps between a top of one level and the bottom. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah. And some people coming back from summer will be not where they're meant to be.
No.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it works in the busy, or could work in the busy time zones, that heavy European mid-evening where there's 4 or 5 divisions for B or C. But, when there's just one, you're going to have 1 or 2 teams that just smash everything.
Yeah, okay. Well, fortunately enough.
But we'll see.
At the
Can't
moment,
come soon enough.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I think the overall the consensus is that it's better than the category system. So I think it's it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. That ZRL aren't using it, if I understand correctly. Rob, have you seen anything to suggest that ZRL are going to use this, or is it just
they're definitely not using it?
Yeah.
I think they're going to have to be forced to use it because they're not good with change.
They won't have a choice.
Well, they won't want to change unless they really have to, because they don't handle change very well.
David Hyvey's just joined. Doom has just joined. Hey guys,
David Hyvey. We should get David Hyvey back on.
Yeah. Damon just joined. Hey Damon. Oh, and Steen. I'm hoping I say this correctly. Brusgaard. He broke his collarbone. So he said his heart rate was also much higher than before. So
David Hyvey is like the main. He hates Zwift Racing Score. We should get him on because of how much he hates it.
There we go. He goes, I still hate the racing score. So there we go. All right. Hey, let's do a quiz. What do you want to do? A quiz?
Yes. Let me get my tips up.
Yep.
I forgot to look at the numbers thing.
If anyone's wondering what Rob's talking about, I drop quiz tips in answer tips in the our Discord chat. So for those that are following, you can,
especially for me. In fact, he specifically banned me from having specific tips. Even though I've had a terrible day, I've been up since like 2:30 or something.
You've been up before you went to bed.
Yeah, and I had to grit for my breakfast from Drod.
Grit?
Drod, I tell you.
What's grit?
It's a Doesn't matter. It's the four Yorkshiremen sketch from Monty Python.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Hey, while you're doing that, now I just want to cover off last week. Hollie stepped in for you while you were over dancing around.
Thanks, Hollie.
And really surprisingly, not surprisingly, but wonderfully, she agreed to take on the challenge if she didn't win the quiz. And she came second. It was a solid effort, but she didn't win, which meant she had to do the quiz.
Did she come second?
Yeah. And but there was a whole bunch of Hollies in there, so it was really difficult to tell, but it definitely wasn't the first one. Because her plan was to get everyone to be Hollie so that we couldn't tell who had won, and then she wouldn't have to do the quiz, the challenge. But she did have to do the challenge, and the challenge in the poll was to do the ringer again. So I've got a little clip of her doing the ringer. Now, before I play it, we did try to get her to record her screen, which is on an iPad. We did record the screen, but only the last 4 minutes. So you don't get to see the screen, but you do get to see Hollie complaining a lot. So this is her getting set up. This is like a quick 2-minute bit. I'll turn up the volume if you can't hear it too well. And she's just getting on there. And it's just pain. It's just pain, pain, pain. So anyone that's done the ringer workout knows exactly.
Oh, God. Oh, my word. Oh. I've got PTSD just thinking about it. Oh, God.
Just
looking good in Mert kit there, though, Hollie. Jill got her Mert kit the other day, and she was more excited, I think, than her SA kit.
Okay, spiral out to 5 seconds to go.
She hates me so much. You knew I was going to play it, Hollie. You knew I was going to play it.
Oh, hell.
And then we just do a couple of bits here, so there's not too long to go. So she ramps up again. So this is about midway, I think. Opted for not to stand up. So these are 30-second efforts that she had to go through. And Rob, there's a 2.5 minute rest period between the.
5 seconds to go.
Oh, it gets less every time.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And then we've got the last effort.
2.5.
Last effort coming up.
Cadence. Breathe.
She's telling herself what to do.
Oh, don't breathe. It's a waste of time.
It's overrated.
Yeah.
Last effort. Digging deep.
She did them all.
Yeah, she did all of them.
Oh.
Did you do all of them, Rob?
No.
No.
Horrible. Oh, God.
You can just feel the pain coming out of the
No, don't do it.
out of the screen.
That's why she's in the World Championships.
That's why she's in the world. Yep. And you're on a podcast.
messing around in B races.
I got the start.
That was the only effort I think she completed that actually was
really?
technically correct. So thank you, Hollie. You are wonderful. That was an awesome effort. Really appreciate it. Okay, so very quickly before we get this one going, I'm going to check out the poll. So this week's, where is it? This week's, I don't know where it is. Here we go, general chat. The poll options are ride the radio rendezvous on any bike. So that's one of those new routes. Do the 8.5 minute of pain workout, which is similar to the ringer, but a little bit different. Or, and this is inspired by Snowy. So Snowy, thank you very much. Race stage 2 of the Z Racing series, but with no hands on the handlebars.
Oh, can I race against you if I do it? Sorry.
Against me?
No, sorry.
Yeah, I took my left Zwift controller, play controller off so I could change gears, change down or change up, whichever way it is.
Oh, that's a smart
So
idea,
I had
isn't
that
it?
next to me on this side. So yeah, if you got the controllers, you take them both off your handlebars, and then you don't have to touch them.
Oh, that's a
I
great
tried
idea.
the-
And so at the moment, Rob, do you want to know which of those three is leading the poll?
Yeah.
It's the race stage 2 with no hands on the handlebars.
Oh, man.
So that's going to be the challenge. So if Rob
What is stage
wins,
2?
that is Park Perimeter Loop in New York. So Punchy.
Oh, I like that one as well.
Yeah. So if Rob wins,
The thing is, I have got a knee injury, so
I've got to do the
I
challenge.
can't do it.
But if anyone else wins, Rob has to do the challenge. So that's the deal. All right, let's get this. Let's punch this in the guts.
Or maybe I could do. You could race me. You keep threatening to join me on these. And if you did in B, maybe if I had no hands and only one leg.
Are you talking to me or to?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. I've got to find the. Oh, here we go. I've got the quiz here, and then I've got to play the. Do I have to save it? I think I have to save it. All right. There we go. Host.
Oh, I love the quiz. Come on, let's get on with it. Oh, blimey, look at the time. Man alive, the longest podcast ever. You got dance score? Oh, you've only got one up. Oh.
You've only got one up. All right. Let's get on there. So, I didn't do the theme. That sort of silly classroom theme. Okay, so the you got to go to www.kahoot.it on your phone or a tablet or on a computer or on something else, and enter that game pin number that's on the screen there, which is 624-6116, or scan the QR code. You can create your own name. You don't have to sign in or create an account. Just put a name in, choose a funny picture, and you are ready to rock and roll. Now, this is in real time, so there's no delay between the questions being presented and your ability to choose a multiple choice answer. You get points for obviously choosing the correct answer, but you also get points for choosing the correct answer very fast. So that's the skill in here. You've got to choose quickly, but correctly. Okay, 10 questions. They're all multiple choice. The last question is, I think, a true and false question, and it is double points. Now, I've already dropped a couple of hints.
I realised last week when I was doing the chapters thing that nobody else can hear the music. It's only us who can hear the music. So when I'm dancing like this,
oh, they have no idea what you're doing.
It just looks like I'm dancing. They can't hear the quiz music.
Because I think the quiz music is so low that, yeah.
Oh.
But it's that.
So I won't do that. I won't do the quiz dance anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
I think 20 would be the most that we've ever had. So if you're thinking of joining the quiz and you're not too sure, but you want to make us happy,
jump in, have a go.
Just join the quiz. And
again, it's all multiple choice. And to be fair, a lot of the questions are pretty easy because it's really hard to keep coming up with different questions.
Scroll down. So Chris, which Chris is it? Oh, Francis. Oh, hello, Francis. ZRS. Oh, I bet that's David Ivey.
Dave B, yep. Still Hollie? Question mark. Zwifty, Team Hollie. Miguel, Sandy.
Dave Ivey will be ZRS bad, I bet.
Yeah, there we go. It'll be precise. Ed 209's back. Oh, I've been looking for a clip of Ed 209. Frank Butcher. Where's Pat? Is Pat there? Pat's not there.
Just Frank.
Just Frank.
They've
had a dust up.
Oh, I bet Sunday Butt Sandbag's going to be in ZRL.
Yeah. Oh, and Marky Mark says he can hear the music, so they can hear the music. It's just pretty low, really? That's all. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Give it a couple of more seconds. Oh, we've got 20, Rob. We've got 20.
Yay!
I got to go.
Biggest ever quiz. Rabbits.
We've got two rabbits, and one of them loves to chew on Sharon's bike mat. So all the edges have been gnawed on. All right, let's crack into this.
Okay, quiz, come on.
Let's get into this. All right, starting. Okay, this is episode 62. It's general Zwift knowledge. Okay. In which Zwift world will you find this road? It's a picture. It's either London, Richmond, France, or Watopia.
I saw you doing this. I can't remember I can't remember where it was. You said you were going to put it in the quiz as well.
Yeah, I did. It is Watopia. So that was
where was it?
It's in yeah, you know when you come over the bridge and you got that little squiggly before you go up around the mountain stuff. I don't know. It's you know it's in Watopia. So it's
iconic.
Yeah. Snowy knows what it is. All right, let's get
I
into
have
it.
no idea.
Oh, Team Hollie's hit the lead, but Zwifty's right behind.
Battle of co-hosts.
Ed 209's got his guns out, so that's all good. Did you get that one right, Snowy?
Yeah, I did.
Well done. Congratulations.
Fine.
All right, question number 2. How many routes must be ridden to receive September's Route Hunter Mission badge?
No idea.
Yes, and then it's like, this is the answer.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. It is 5, yes.
Good guess.
All right, so Sandy's moved up. Oh, but Team Hollie got it
nice climber.
faster than you did too. Dave B's there,
Highest
Gerben's
climber.
there.
Blimey. Was it to do the Z racing routes or what?
Did I?
I don't know what it is to do the whatever the badge that was.
There's, I don't know. You have to look it up on ZwiftInsider.com. I didn't pay that much attention. All right, question number 3. 5 new routes were released for free riding in update 1.73. Which of the routes listed below is not one of them? So I had the screenshot up before on the screen. Radio Rendezvous, Mercury Pretzel, Mayan 8, or Snowman. One of these is not part of it. Ooh, I've got a couple of people. I like that. Zwifty's hit the lead. Sandy mix sandbag. Oh God! I wish we could give prizes out. I really do. I would give prizes out for the best name. All right.
When I used to do book quizzes, that was the best. The best prize was for the best
name. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 3. Stage 2 of September Z Racing Series is Park Perimeter Loop, but what is Stage 5? Mayan 8, Rolling Highlands, Loop to Loop, or Turf and Surf?
Oh, no, I didn't do the September review. I meant to do it.
You didn't do it.
Man. Oh, I'm going wrong.
It is Mayan 8. Well, Mayan 8 it kind of feels like it.
Oh, no.
Sandy mix.
Oh, Snowy.
Sandy mix sandbags moved to the front. Oh, this is great. I love it. I love it.
In the end.
Brilliant. All right. Next question. Question number 5. Zwift is celebrating a decade of Zwifting. In that time, how many kilometers have been logged in distance? 7.82 billion, 8.72 billion, 7.28 billion, or 8.27 billion? And it is 8.72 billion. All right, Snowy's moved up. Come on, Snowy.
He's got a good gap on me as well, hasn't he?
Oh, it's early days. There's still a few questions left. I think he might still do the job. Tim Hollie's right on your heels too, so don't ease up. Dave B's there. Snowy has a streak of 5 correct answers now.
I like it when the guests are up there.
Are in the mix? It's good to see. Got to give him that leaderboard though. All right. What Rotopia route is GP Llama riding in this picture? It's a picture on the screen. Climber's Gambit, Two Bridges Loop, Coast Crusher, or Ocean Lava Cliffside Loop? If you know the route, you'll know the answer. Ooh, a lot of people do. 9 do. All right.
It's called Ocean Cliffside Clava Dupe.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, yeah. Got that wrong. All right, Snow's in the front. Dave B's moved up.
Well, he's dangerous when he's on the front.
Blur
especially
there.
if we're not grouped up behind. We've got a group
I'm
up
not
behind
normally
him.
in the front.
All right. Next question. Which Rotopia route does this profile belong to? It's a Climb Finish, Tides and Temples, Coast Crusher, or Sugar Cookie?
I know Darren's got to get this one.
And no, it is Sugar Cookie, which is going to be race 2 of the ZRL.
I knew it was one of the races. I remember that profile. Forgot the flipping name.
Rob's moved back to the front.
All important points race recon drop in soon. Once WTRL have told me what the power ups are going to be.
What the power ups are going to be. All right. Okay, question number 8. Your Zwift garage will soon include a new feature. What is it? Look at bikes, remove bikes, paint bikes, or sort bikes.
Oh, I think I got it wrong. Oh, no!
You got it wrong.
They said they were going to do paint bikes as well, didn't they?
No.
I think they did.
They're going to sort bikes.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Team Hollie's moved up.
Sort bikes.
Yeah. Can't delete them, but you can sort them, though. At least you can sort the most used ones so that,
maybe that's somewhat useful.
Yeah. Reasonably, yeah. All right. Let's go. So this is question 8. Question number 9.
No. Hollie, don't make me do it. Make Nathan do it.
AI imagined what this Mercury route would look like based on its name. What is the actual name of this route? So as the picture appears, you got Neon Flats, Electric Loop, Mekar Loop, or Nyokio All Nighter. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Got a couple of people though. What that? Got a couple of people. Mekar Loop was the answer. Oh, Zwifty's moved back to the front.
Come on!
Oh no! Now I'm getting nervous.
She's just been nice to me because she knows how horrible it is to do the punishments. She wants you to do it.
Okay, final question. It is double points. It is true and false. So this is just going to be a flat out sprint to the finish. True or false? Double points. In the past decade, Zwift calculated that 81.65 billion meters of elevation have been climbed. I'm not hearing any shouting. Rob, did you get that right?
Oh, well done, Rob.
Oh gosh.
Oh dear, Nathan.
Snowy's second. Team Hollie was second, and all right. Who is Team Hollie?
I tell you what, that the no hands one is a bit easy, isn't it? As I'm the winner of the quiz, assuming that I get to choose.
No, the poll chose.
I don't have to often win the quiz. Surely I get to choose.
No, poll chose.
How do you decide?
I don't decide. The poll did. So you got to join the Discord chat, and then you get a chance to vote in the poll.
I think I completely missed your congratulations on me winning the quiz.
I did. I clapped. Congratulations. You're the best, Rob. Well done. Woo. So how'd you go? What was that? Did you finish in the top 5?
Yeah, I was third there. I'm going to eat that sugar cookie. So
perfect.
Upset about that.
I've spent the last 2 days doing the recon of the sugar cookie route, so it would have been a bit bad if I didn't get that one.
You should know it inside and out. Dreaming of that profile.
I do.
That race is going to be brutal. Points, those sprints are long too.
Yeah, they're long, aren't they? They are super long. I remember Rob helped me in the FRR series, and he was my my domestique, and we went and tackled those. You remember that?
Did I do sugar cookie with you?
Yeah, you did. Yep. And we did all the sprints.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, it was really nice of you.
Right.
Yeah, we didn't do all of them. There was one that wasn't in play, so you had to know the sprints.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, it was awesome.
I tell you what, in my recon, what I'm going to say next week, you know where you do routes where some of the sprints aren't scored?
Right.
I reckon. And there's always some idiot who goes off the front and like sprints to the banner.
There's always some idiot.
Where it's not scored. I reckon that could be the point to go for a breakaway. Look like you're an idiot. Save your power up.
Yeah.
Go for the banner. And everyone's like, ha, 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 look at him. You know,
he doesn't know.
To the banner.
And then just keep on going.
Double drop.
Yeah.
Get another power up. Off you go. Breakaway. What do you think of that?
Hang on. So do you think that all the sprint segments are going to be in play, or do you think there might not be?
I know it inside out. There's 4 sprint segments, and first and the third are in play.
Right. Okay.
So you could either go for a breakaway at the second and try and get the points at the third.
Yeah.
Because it's all about FAL as well. So now that the FTS isn't as important, getting the 20 points at the third banner would be huge. At the third banner would be huge.
Yep. No, it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. Good points race. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we've completely wrecked this podcast, and I've destroyed the technical side of it. But Snowy's been fantastic with all his TTT knowledge.
Yeah, cheers, Snowy. And if anyone does want to be part of my team, Kaboom Selling Madness, just have a look on I'm Zwifty Zwifter on YouTube. Discord channels in the channel description. Please, please, please join my team.
How many do you need? How many are you down?
We're
5 or 6.
I think we need 5.
I think we've got 5, but we could do with a couple of subs.
Yeah, good call. All right, so if anyone's looking for a team, go and reach out to Rob, and he'll get you a kit. All right.
Yeah.
That is it, my good friends. Thank you, everyone else, for joining in the chat. It was tremendous. There was so many people in the chat. Lots of regular faces, which is great to see, and some new people as well, which is awesome. By the way, you did win the poll, so I will pull my head in about the bikes. I'm going to end that poll there because you got 71%, so everyone can get stuffed. Right.
Oh.
But yeah, there we go. 71% to my 28%. 38 votes. Wow, that's awesome. Oh, we'll go do more of that. Go do more of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, bad day for me, Darren. Thank you very much. But I'm glad that you joined us anyway. And Thomas and Steph there. I'm just looking at the people coming list there. Awesome. All right, Snowy, thank you very much for your time. It has been really wonderful talking with you. And
great being here.
Yeah, pass on the credit to Jill. That was awesome. And Rob, bring us home, buddy. Wrap us up.
Whether you're ZRL in, Z racing, or hill climbing, whatever you might do, just get out of the saddle and in the drops.
Bye.